Alright, we're done with Eagle's Tower, and we're pretty much going to move right on to Turtle Rock from here, which is also up in the Tal Mountains. And we're going to go from here, and we are going to make our way back down to the bottom and head west. Alright, we're going to head up the stairs. That's going to lead us to the west. And first, we're going to make a quick stop, because we will learn what happened to our friend, the once dead but now alive rooster. We're going to go up the stairs here, and this is the hen house. The guy who lives here raises chickens, and he loves them. And apparently this is where the bird came to. Aww, I'm so happy for you, Luigi. Okay, yes, that's great, but now I need to actually get out of here. Not that you can really do anything useful there, but it's just a nice little pit stop. And now, since we have the hook shot, we're going to head out this way. Can't come here without it, and you need a few other things first. What are you doing up in the mountains, Marin? What should you do? You shouldn't come up in the mountains anymore, especially if you're afraid of heights. You dumb bimbo. But to save her, you just hookshot across the rocks. Yes. But, I find your sword totally sexy. Yeah, yeah, I bet you have to go. Do a little shimmy shay in front of me first, though. What a tease, that Marin. Oh, so that's why she's up in the mountains. Gee, I don't think that means play song number 3 at all. Why don't we just go in and head out then? And there's a staircase right here, conveniently located. And now we're gonna get that piece of heart that we couldn't see earlier. As soon as we knock off this guy's block, I'd rather get rid of him before trying anything funny. Can you not do that? Oh yeah, I guess you have to pick it up off of him. But that kind of hurts to do. Luckily, gave us a fairy. Not bad. But yes, this is a weak wall right here. So all you do is come around this way. Skulls will walk towards you, but there's that piece of heart that we couldn't get to earlier. And I have a feeling I'm missing a piece of heart somewhere if I only have 2 at this point, leading up to the final heart container gotten by pieces of heart. Wow, they respawn fast. And once you hop down into this little pit right here, there's no turning back. Make sure you got your hook shot. Always important. I can't pick up the thing with lasers. Thanks for letting me not shoot above the wall, game. And now we have a little rock dodging segment here. Mini Moldorms and whatnot. And now you know you're getting close to Turtle Rock when you see, well, rocks everywhere. Makes a certain amount of sense, I suppose. And around here somewhere there's going to be a hidden staircase, I do believe. It's going to be the last of the guys who increase your inventory, the maximum that you can hold. Right there. What's in here? A whopping 50 rupees. That's completely useless at this point. But we reached $9.99, so there's that. And I think this was the first one of these I actually discovered in this game. It's fairly out there in the open. The others you have to kind of look for. This one's just kind of in plain sight, I guess. Although the one in Mysterious Woods also under a rock, so I guess I don't really know what I'm talking about. And that's the only thing we have left here, option-wise. So yes, we're going to take the magic powder, which is going to come in somewhat handy in the next dungeon, if I recall. Yeah, nice seeing you for a 3rd time. But we have 40 handfuls of magic powder now instead of the usual 20, so that's going to come in more handy in the end game, I think, than currently. And that's not really going to come in handy at all either. And we definitely don't want to go this way because we would just have to jump off down into the normal area, the non-Tal Mountain area that we need to be in at the moment. Now we got to obviously bomb this cave open, but for this part, if you manage to make it out this far west, you'll find you can't go any farther from this point because you're going to need the mirror shield. If you try to do Turtle Rock first, you won't be able to get past this fireball, but with the mirror shield, which can reflect things, you just hold it out, it'll branch off, and then walk off to the side while you're still holding it out, I should note. And that'll get you to Turtle Rock. So yes, you have to do Eagle's Tower first. That's the only thing stopping you from doing Turtle Rock first, is that arbitrary fire blower that you only see at that one point in the game. I don't think we need to make any phone calls at this point, so let's just get rid of our not so raven friends and bust out our ocarina and play that little Grand Mamu song. And interestingly, that does lead to a somewhat of a mini-boss fight. Just gotta hit him a few times over and over again. I think he can breathe fire at you. He does a little more than just move his head back and forth. He can also come out at you suddenly, lash out. But he's extremely easy. Doesn't take more than a few hits. There we go. And once you beat him, you can enter Turtle Rock. Turtle Rock is easily the largest dungeon. It takes up the entire surface area. Oh, crap. Forgot he was going to dive at me like that, but you do have to kill him in order to move on, and we can go any direction at this point. I'm going to start by going up because I'm going to show you a means of conveyance that's going to show up a lot around here, namely this thing right here. All you got to do is move this thing, and you move it with the D-pad. Oh, wow. Should I have come here yet? I'm not sure I should have, but it was easy enough to solve that little block riddle. And we get the map already. Not bad. It's going to come in very handy for getting us around because look how big this place is. It looks like a turtle, obviously, but we may have a bit of a time finding our way around here. There we go. I can just jump across that way. And we're going to run into some troubles here, especially if we try to go to a place like this, because we can't get any farther than these ice blocks right now. And the item that we find in this dungeon is going to help us get rid of those ice blocks, but first it's just a matter of finding said item. And in this room there is a button somewhere in some corner. I do believe. Crap. Where's that button? There it is. Might want to take out one of these guys for an easy fairy first. There we go. And these guys can be killed with the beam sword pretty easy. Alright, leads to a staircase. We're just going to kind of feel our way around here for a little bit. I'm not too worried about finding the right way at first because it will come to us eventually. Especially if we keep, I think, moving. I think I should have moved right from the room with the button. But we're pretty good in here for now, so I'm not too worried. There were no ice blocks in our way anyway, so that might be kind of a hint that we're going sort of the right way. Holy cow, beam guy. But I'll just jump over those with the rock's feather, I guess. Okay, what am I missing here? Feels like there should be another one of those gel guys around. Or a button, that's cool. And yes, we are going to run into a lot of repeat mini-bosses in this place. I think first we will want to go to the left after we beat this guy. Oh crap. This guy we first saw, I believe, in the Face Shrine. I sometimes get him confused with the boss from Tail Cave way back when, the one that pushes the log at you, who I believe we will also see here. But as he is a repeat boss, we will not get much out of him. But sometimes you can get treasures in this cave by filling in the entirety of the floor. Just move the D-pad. Try to anticipate the turns as you come to them. And that nails us our first small key. Excellent. But I do believe I'm going to go back into that room that I was just in momentarily. There we go. There we go. That is an important wall right here because you need to bomb it. There is only one crystal in this entire place, and it's that one right there. But you only need to hit it once. We're going to come back to it later. It's going to prove important that we only hit it one time because that's the only one in the whole place. And you're going to see why we need it later on. But first, I'm going to come down here. Just going to try to fill in parts of the map for now. This is no doubt going to lead to a key of some kind. Going to be a little disappointed if it's rupees. Especially since that's all these guys seem to be dropping. That opens up the door, and this gives us, oh, just the stone slab. Whoop-dee. Okay, now let's go downstairs. Lots of places to go around here. Lots of rooms like this. Crap. Should have bode my time a little better. Bided, boded, baited, whatever. Alright. Fortune favors he who waits, I guess. There we go. This leads down to... We've already been here. I think this leads down to the room where we got the map. And sure enough... Wow, why didn't I realize I could have come here before? That would have made things probably marginally easier for me. Can I push this over? There wouldn't be much point in that, would there? Okay, I know what I'm going to do here. I have a small key, so I can go on from that room. I'm just going to push this down. There we go. You're going to see how long and involved this dungeon can get. Tons of rooms in this place. I would consider this place... Ah, crap. Crap. Gotta cycle around and do it again. But yeah, I would consider this place harder than Eagle's Tower, just for sheer volume of rooms and having to find your way around. It's going to get a little easier once we get the fire rod, which is kind of a superfluous item, actually. Okay, and where can we go from here? We can go either way. We can go right or left. I'm going to go... Well, he's not going to be of much use to me unless I can... Okay, I want the heart. He will run away from you if you get too close, so try to hit him long range with something like this. And if he stops and... Ah, crap. If he stops and freezes, that means he's going to charge at you. And we can't go this way because we need a small key, so we're forced to go left. But yeah, the fire rod... I mean, it shoots fire and all. There's only one really useful place for it in the game toward the end. But the fire rod is just kind of a really dominating object. And it seems I've gone in a dead-end kind of way. I just was in there and I can't get anywhere in there, can I? Nope, I sure can't. But yeah, we'll find the fire rod when we find the mini-boss, but I've obviously worked my way into some kind of dead end, so I need to get back on the right track. Alright, back at more or less the beginning. Let's try going left now. These guys are easy to get rid of, and it's easy to avoid the beam guy here. Alright, now it's the Cyclops from Bottle Grotto, and I think at least one other place that I recall. Let's just keep him at bay with laser beams. We'll end up seeing him a lot. I think we crossed through this room more than a few times on our journey, so we need to go ahead, and I think this one just gives us rupees if we fill this one in all the way. Yeah, not exactly a puzzle. That's a pretty easy one, actually. So let's go up this way to what I believe is... Oh, yes. We can't get what we need out of here yet because there's these boundaries keeping us from getting magic powder in there. We can't just fling magic powder at the lantern. It's gonna take a little more than that. It's going to take something with a little more distance, like the fire rod that we're going to be getting, hopefully as a result of going this way. I think this is a pretty easy small key right here. Nope. No easy small keys in this place, unfortunately. Woo! Ah, well, good thing there was a heart right there. There we go. There's the Rock's Feather guy. Already had that out, actually. I take it so much for granted that I forgot that he was the guy who eventually we need that item to beat him. And now this thing, since there's not a pit in here, I can finally reveal that you can actually kill those things. Right, this is the last time we have to see this, thankfully. Thank you. But yeah, you can actually kill those things that suck you in. It's just that most of the time they're situated around a pit. And they themselves are a pit if you happen to get sucked in. Okay, now there's a key in here. Oh, crap. Crap. Oh, man. I don't really want to go after that piece of power, but now we need to make our way back to the beginning since we have a small key. Alright, now we can go right. Let's get out the boomerang, because I recall there was one of those guys over here. Boomerang takes them out very quickly. That's the best way to take care of those flying dudes that shoot the things at you. Woo! Wow, wow, wow. Can't believe I almost got tripped up by that. And I don't think there's any making our way across. Well, maybe there is. Yeah, we should be able to hookshot our way across that. Remember those kind of Bowser-y looking heads from Catfish's mom? Let's see what this leads to. Hopefully something good and not just... Hopefully it's not just a red herring of some sort. Well, yeah, it's pretty much just a fill-up room, but nothing wrong with that, I don't guess. Just that now we gotta make our way all the way back. Okay. So, for future reference, nothing useful in there. We should have plenty of tools to make our way out of here. And I believe... Don't remember, but I believe this is going to lead into a boss of some sort. I just thought it would. That tends to be the way with these things, but that's not the only way out in here. Of course, it will lead up to some kind of small key, so... Eventually, but what we want to do for now is make our way to right here. Oh boy. Well, we need a small key to get through there, so I don't even guess it really matters, but... And I don't think we'll need the magic powder too much either. Ah! We're gonna have to kill these, whatever the mummy enemies are called. It's kind of frustrating that the lasers don't keep them at bay. Well, the lasers do, but... Oh, well, I guess I have to get that Guardian Acorn then. But we will actually be going outside the dungeon briefly in just a minute. These guys, we don't want to kill them just yet. We want to kill them from above. We've seen them twice before already, but it's not all as easy as it looks. We want to come up here, and now we have two options. We can go one of two ways with this small key. Wait, was that a... No, that's not a small key. I'm pretty sure that's just rupees. And now that forces us to backtrack. Of course. Alright, I think we're going to want to go this way with our... Whoa. With our small key. How did I already forget they were there? Wouldn't hurt to have some more arrows, even though I think we're already at the maximum, so... Let's get rid of the snaky dudes first, and then break out our boomerang. Want to be sure not to get too close. There we go. And now we're going to go outside. This is going to lead us across, first of all, a freebie piece of heart just basically sitting there. Yeah, I have forgotten one somewhere, because that's generally the last one in the game that you should get. We'll just leave the rupee floating up in the sky right there. Should be fine. And there's the last of the warps. Not that you're going to need to get back to Turtle Rock for any reason, but I guess it's there if you need it. But from here, we're going to get a small key, and then I guess we're going to go back over into that dark room that had a small key block next to it. But to get these guys, we're going to have to do something a little different than usual. We're going to have to actually take the bombs and throw them down to them. You can hold bombs indefinitely, fortunately, as long as you're actually holding them in your hand. But the best way is to get them to come up to you and just wait for them. Oh, yeah, see, it's always much easier when they're actually facing you, because then you can just lob it right into their mouths. And the reason we're doing this from up here is because this is where the small key is going to appear when we defeat this guy finally. When he faces me for the third time, there we go. And there's that small key, so now we're going to make our way back around and try to figure out where to go from there. Alright, let's come back this way now. Basically, this dungeon is just a matter of finding the small keys. Crap, I almost lost it there. But fortunately, I know my way more or less around this dungeon. Go up top ways, and now we should be good to go. Let's go ahead and... we're going to need another small key if we want to get out of here. And, in fact, we're going to need 2 more small keys, so I guess we better get on finding that. Alright, let's go down from here. Ah, yes. This is kind of an unusual one. This is a device we don't have to use basically anywhere else in the game. There's no immediate apparent way to get the key out of here, except take your bow and just shoot the statue right in the eye. There's no hint that would lead up to that naturally or anything. I don't know why they would have you do something like that, but that's how they roll, I guess. Gotta work around this stupid beam guy. And there's our 2 small keys. Let's see if there's not another one kind of up the way here. There's, okay, at least 1 more in this room below us. Yep, and we're not going to be able to get that one just yet. But we have all the others that we need, so I guess we would have saved ourselves some time and hassle if we had just gone down from that simple room that leads us outside. So, let's get back on track. Okay, now let's come this way. Just head up the stairs, don't even worry about the snakes or the pea-hats. And then an easy hook shot across. And I think this is going to lead us, if I recall, to the main mini-boss, who we haven't seen yet. Or whom we have not seen yet. When in doubt, use who. Because that's what I was taught. I still, even to this day, I can't really tell the difference between who and whom. So, when in doubt, I use who. And we shouldn't have hit that crystal after all. Well, I'll be back when I've hit that crystal. Actually, it would be much easier to just mambo our way out of here and go back to the beginning. So I need to go back and hit that crystal. I guess I should have just left well enough alone. But I'll be back here in just a second. Alright, much better. Now here is the main boss. That up there is the chest containing the fire rod. This guy is kind of a boxer type dude. He'll take these quick little jabs at you. Now to block his punches, you need the mirror shield. But here we go. When he takes a big swing like that, that's when you want to get in and punch him. When he does that straight punch, he's trying to stun you. And if he stuns you, he'll set up a big wind-up punch and he'll knock you all the way back to the beginning of the dungeon. And then you gotta make your way back to him. I don't have my piece of power anymore, unfortunately, and it looks like he's cornering me, trying to harass me, so I should bump him back a little. The key is to get kind of parallel with him, not like right in front of him like this or anything. If he hits you with that punch, he's almost certainly going to knock you out. So that's the one you want to avoid right there. That's the one that's going to get you booted. But I have a level 2 sword, which is almost as good as a piece of power. The thing is, just don't get punched by that guy, because if he stun punches you, you'll get dazed, and you won't be able to recover for when he boots you back to the beginning of the dungeon. I didn't want to demonstrate that because I don't want to make my way all the way back here, but here we go. We have the fire rod now, and now we can make our way to wow, calm down, game. Not that exciting. Now we can make our way through some areas that we haven't been able to do yet, which I will demonstrate thusly. First of all, let's dispense some major ownage with the fire rod, just so I can demonstrate it. 2 hits with the fire rod, and down goes the Cyclops. You can basically replace your sword with this if you feel so inclined. As far as offense goes, it's definitely a game breaker. But we want to make our way up here. We want to go up a room, because now we can use the fire rod to get what I believe is the nightmare key. You use the fire rod, you set those lanterns alight. Okay, yeah, it's just a small key. Whatever, I guess. But we have other treasures to get, so, and those are going to require us to make our way back to the beginning of the dungeon. Most of the rooms that require you to use... Okay. What am I trying to say here? Most of the rooms that require you to use the fire rod, is what I was saying, are right near the beginning of the dungeon, pretty conveniently, like this one right here. I'm not sure if this one leads to the nightmare or not. But yeah, we can just tear through these blocks like it's nothing now. Here we want to make sure to jump into it so we can get up on top of it. There we go. Okay, yeah, no, we have a small key, we're good to go. This is probably what's going to lead to the night. Ah, yes, this guy, I remember him. Now let's see if I can't make my way around. Yikes. Boy, he got a good foothold on me here. Ha 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 ha, I don't think so, son. So let's just go ahead and jump him. Can't get him with the fire rod. Some enemies are in fact immune to the awesomeness that is in fact the fire rod. But this one is a little easier because there's not water blocking our path. He's just kind of sloshing through lava. 4 hits with a fully powered level 2 sword, he's down. And yet another fairy as if we needed that. Now here's where the nightmare key is. You have to figure out how to fill in the pattern in the floor with this thing. But fortunately it's pretty easy. Like so. Actually, I think I screwed it up. Actually, no. I may be able to salvage this one. There we go. And there's that nightmare key. So, back to the beginning of the dungeon with us then. A little easier to play Monbo's song from here than to actually find our way back to the beginning, I would believe. I do believe. And the other fire rod room is right across the way, as memory serves. We'll just come right over here and go up these stairs. Now this one's a bit more of a puzzle. You have to be a bit more strategic with your... Here we go. And then jump. And then you're going to have to face down and do it that way. Lucky I was able to make it back up on there, and I won't have to deal with that stupid message again. Now we've knocked out that one, and I can now... There we go. Just easily slip my way in there. Again, bit of a puzzle here, but not terribly difficult. What we want to do is... Let's see, what do we want to do? I think we want to go this way, and this way. No, because it'll just tear through all of them. Crud! Oh yeah, I just took out the wrong column. Okay, never mind. Try not to touch the ice because I don't want to get that stupid message. Brr, we know. Ice is cold. What a revelation, Link. But we're going to keep the fire rod out for this battle. Pretty much just going to slam Mr. Lava Guy here with the fire rod. He's an easy boss. Just basically demolish him with the fire rod, and he'll eventually crack his little shell thing there. Don't let him go back into the lava, though, because... There we go. And then once he goes into that mode, he won't be able to replenish his shell by turning it into fire. Really easy boss. You just have to spam the fire rod. Basically, just don't let him go back in the lava. Just hit him with the fire over and over again. All told, a pretty easy boss for what's a pretty lengthy dungeon. With editing, I tried to keep it short. Hopefully I succeeded, but we need to get out of here. We have the last instrument of the windfish, and I'm going to end today not with the instrument, but hopefully I'm going to try to I need to think really hard and think about the piece of heart that I'm missing. So we'll conclude that today by getting a full complement of energy. So as soon as we take our thunder drum here, always need that backup percussion. Well, the egg on the mountain calls, but I'm going to have to put him on hold because... Oh, Fire Rod. You are too awesome for words. But we're going to have to put the egg on hold because I need to go find a piece of heart, and that's how we're going to end our day today. They can't even do anything. They're just like, holy crap, he set me on fire. There's no way to even react to this. They just kind of freeze. Because what else would you do? Would you flail and panic? I think I might, but I don't know. Let's go search for that piece of heart wherever it may be. Wow. Of all the easy pieces of heart to miss, it's the one right here in Mysterious Woods, which I should have thought to get much earlier, but I guess now we should just move stuff out of the way and get it. And that will give us 4 pieces of heart and the maximum 14 heart containers. So there we go. We've got 14 hearts, all the items in the game. All we have to do now is wake up the windfish, play the ocarina at the egg, and we'll have it. So tomorrow, there's a couple things to do to get ready for that fight. We will go ahead and we'll do that. See? Right here in the Mysterious Woods. Can't believe I missed that. Wow! That's a pretty easy one, but I'm going to get past it because here we are now with everything, and we're ready to finish the game. So we will conclude Link's Awakening tomorrow.